Investigator Brittany Glas, the first reporter to speak with the women since this filing.
And tonight she's detailing their allegations and how the Austin Diocese has responded since.
Well, 2 of the 6 women involved in the suit agreed to speak with us if we don't show their faces and we disguise their voices. They say they're still active in their Catholic faith. They have families, husbands and children, and they want to protect them. But the bottom line is they believe the church needs to change.
There were multiple instances where he would touch inappropriately. He was known to kiss women. He would proposition them. He, rubbed thighs.
At first, they thought it was their own cross to bear.
I thought, I am alone in this. I'm the only person that this has happened to. I will keep quiet.
Until these women say they found out they weren't alone in enduring Father Isidore's sexual abuse and harassment at St. Thomas More. That changed everything.
I had to protect, whoever I could.
The women argue the Catholic Church's sexual abuse and harassment policies are insufficient because the scandal doesn't end with child victims.
And it's anyone. I am your wife. I am your daughter. I am your sister. I have served you communion. I have led you in prayer.
Because they're adults, the diocese said the risk wasn't imminent.
We were told that because we were not minors, there was nothing that they could do about it.
They say they weren't the priority.
As a lifelong Catholic, it shakes everything that you believe in.
Even though they went through the proper channels and followed the church's process.
We looked for a policy out there that was specific to adult women being harassed by clergy, and there was nothing. You feel like you are not worthy of being protected.
The women say they reported the priest's behavior repeatedly.
I was told, thank you so much for reporting this. We are on this.
Time went on and nothing changed.
It was status quo at St. Thomas More. This predator priest was still serving communion. He was still hearing confession.
Unsatisfied, last summer, one of the women contacted Cardinal Daniel DiNardo's office. He reports directly to the Pope. She says she knew her complaints weren't taken seriously when she received this email.
Maybe if I could round up a few more women that this had happened to, that maybe it would make a bigger impact. For there to be no interest in justice or resolution, it's baffling. It's just baffling.
The Catholic Diocese of Austin legally denied those claims and filed to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing efforts to change the church's policies violate their constitutional right as a religious organization. Such policies aren't for a civil court to decide. They're the inner workings of the church, and the courts don't have authority. The women's attorney's response: the church is not above the law.
There is no constitutional right to abuse or to employ abusers, and that applies to the church. We think they absolutely are accountable, and we intend to hold them accountable.
The women involved say they believe this is a moment of truth for the Austin Diocese.
So what's the next step?
Well, the women's attorney says they'll file a response in court. Then they'll have a hearing where a judge will ultimately decide whether or not the Diocese of Austin is above the law.
All right, Brittany, thank you.